NBA coaches, what are we doing? What are we doing? This is getting ridiculous. These stupid loophole strategies that these NBA coaches are trying to game the system and get the dumbest advantages possible. We had a crazy one and kind of a hilarious one, to be honest with you, last night in the Nuggets versus the Hornets game, where Charles Lee was trying to disguise which players were on the court so Denver couldn't match up with them. Let's go to the tape and take a look. So to begin with, Denver puts DaRon Holmes, as you can see walking out of frame here, they put him on the court to match up with who they expect to be Kalkbrenner. But then they realize that it's not Kalkbrenner on the court. It's Diabate, who played a bunch of minutes in the first quarter, but is back on the court for the second quarter. So David Adelman signals to his bench and says, Zeke Nnaji. You could hear him. Zeke, get on the court. Take out DaRon. So they swap. And just as they swap, Charlotte goes and swaps their guy out. So Diabate sees that DaRon Holmes is on. DaRon comes off. Diabate goes off. And now Kalkbrenner comes back on because that's the matchup Charlotte wants. David Adelman sees that they switch back and then tries to make another switch, but the ref starts to inbound the ball. And Adelman is furious. He gets so mad that he calls a timeout and then storms over to the lead official to explain. He says they changed it 3 times. 3 times they swapped their guy in and out. And now I had to call a timeout to take care of this. The official says, okay, let me look into it. This official has no idea what's going on. He's telling him, look, what am I supposed to do? It's time to inbound the ball. And everybody's furious. Meanwhile, the Hornets think it's hilarious. And it kind of is. You can see them laughing on the sideline because they know what they're doing. They're trying to confuse Denver's rotations here. And after the timeout is over, both Kalkbrenner and Diabate are on the bench. You can see them here. Tim Hardaway's on. The Nuggets have taken the floor, but they're just waiting to see the matchup. But the Hornets haven't put their team on the floor. At one point, Diabate even starts to hide behind Grant Williams so the Nuggets can't see that he's getting ready to step onto the floor. He's like hiding behind him. Adelman was watching the whole thing. He notices it's happening again, and he asks the ref, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? The ref finally catches on to it. Charlotte is forced to put their players back on the floor. They only had 3 guys on the floor, so the ref tells them, get your guys on the floor, and finally the game can resume. And as it resumes, the Nuggets bring the ball up the floor, and there's an immediate foul on a 3-point shot. And right after the foul, Coach Lee looks over at Kalkbrenner and tells him to sub in. He tells him, all right, now the games are over. Go to the scorer's table and checks in. And after the first couple of shots, Kalkbrenner checks in for Diabate, who plays 5 seconds, and the game goes on as normal. You could call this genius. It's a little, I guess, if you want to. But really, it's just ridiculous. And all these coaches, whether it's the permanent sub of Dagnott last year with the Thunder or all of these little gimmicks that you're not really playing the game, you're trying to find loopholes in the rules to find advantages. It's just going on too much right now. If you ask me, it's happening too much in the NBA. It's kind of silly. It's kind of dumb. And I hope we can end it pretty soon. Let me know what you think in the comments. Does this type of stuff annoy you the way it annoys me? Or do you just find it funny? I find it both. I just hope it ends sometime soon.